Hey everyone, hope you guys are having a good day. So today I'm here with today I'm here with my reviews of the starter decks, and yeah, I know I haven't posted in a while, but I got all the starter decks ordered, so I was like, yeah, might as well make a video. Plus, I think they're really interesting this time around. Last time I really wasn't. I just only got the Dofi one because I was like, wanted to play Doflamingo. So, but this time around, I think all of these leaders are really decent, and I've played most of them, so I was kind of invested to see what it's like. And yeah, we're gonna start with Shanks. So yeah, I'm gonna upload a video for each of the starter decks by themselves, and you guys can judge. Like I'll say what I think about it, but you guys are open to point me out if I'm wrong. And yeah, let's get to the video. So yeah, here's Shanks. First, I do want to say this. I love the card designs. All of the Star Deck leaders, I think they've done really well with the card designs. They look really good. But yeah, the alt art's always better though. Though these are up there. Like the design's really nice. Shank Star Deck, there's not much to say. I think as a starter deck, if you're like in a game, which is like if you Star decks are usually made for like introducing people to the game. I think this is a really good starter deck. Unlike the actual Shanks deck, if you played this starter right out of the box, it's very consistent. You've got your red-haired pirate searchers. You got like all the staples for the control Shanks: the Yasop, the Lucky Roo, Lime Juice, Hongo. Okay, not Bonk Punch. I don't think anyone really uses this, but you've got Bonk Punch, Monster. Play up to one monster from your hand. And we would be capable. But yeah, and then these are like the basic stuff you already know from OPO9. I don't think I'm gonna talk too much about them. I'm just gonna go directly to the new starter deck stuff, which are these 5 cards here. I do find something interesting is that they added the event instead of the Uta searcher. It has a decent trigger, and yeah, it's a top 5 searcher, but I think the Uta searcher's better because you have a body on board to address like some of the irritating stuff. I know it's just me poking, but I feel like Uta might have been better, but hey. Now let's get to the new stuff. Also, I do want to keep these videos long. I know everyone's busy, so I'll just keep it concise and to the point and what my thoughts are. If I do have any suggestions of like possible plays and stuff, I'll start speaking on those for a bit, but sorry. Let's go. First we have Uta. If you have a character with 10,000 power or more, give this card in your hand -4 cost. Decent card. Usually with Shanks in the late game, you will have a character with 10,000 power or more. Say that's your like the 10 cost Rush Shanks, or like the new Shanks, which I'll talk about later. But yeah, this is usually played out as a 2 cost 4K blocker. Really nice to have. I think this is a really good card to have, but one of the things I don't like about it is the fact that it's a film card. So in an already inconsistent Shanks that's already riled with different cards and from different with like different what's the word I don't know, types, sorry, different types like Rayleigh for example, or Dragon. Now you have a film Uta who's film, so they could have just made it like the baby Uta and given a red-haired pirates type, but I don't know why they chose film. This is gonna make the deck more inconsistent. If anything, I feel like this was made for red purple Uta or something. But yeah, it's not bad. It's just, it makes me think, why would you just choose to go this route? I feel like this card would also do pretty well in like red Sanji, like the EBO1 or PRB01 Rush San, or the Sanji with like without on play you get Rush. I feel like this would do pretty decently in that deck. But yeah, it's underwhelming. But for Shanks at least. But I think in other red leaders, this might have its chance to shine. I don't know if it'll be as valuable in Shanks, especially because you can't search it out, so you're gonna have to play 4 of and hope you kind of draw one. Now we have Shanks. Now this is the new boss monster, I guess. Doesn't have Rush, so that's one thing to note. But if your opponent has a character with a base power of 8,000 base power or more, give this card -3 cost. So say you're playing someone a red and your opponent drops a Rayleigh. This is a 5 cost 10k, which is crazy. And then if your leader has red-haired pirates or is Uta, your leader gains plus 2000 power until the end of your opponent's next end phase. So until the next turn, you basically have a 5 cost 7k Shanks and possibly a 5 cost 10k body, which is, I think this card's really strong. So it's kind of leader lock, but having Shanks's minus 1k kind of technically can think of him like an 8k leader at that point. Or like whatever you swing is going to get deducted by 1k. But the bigger thing is you have a 9 cost 10k body that makes Shanks 5k. I think this, like, I would say it would help the Blackbeard matchup, but on play, so I don't know. Play two of these out, and you kind of go for a game the next turn. I think this will make the Blackbeard matchup a bit easier, because Blackbeard is guaranteed to have a character with a base cost of 8k or less. So you're gonna play out 2 of these for 5, and then you have a 9 cost 10k body there. While if they don't have enough cards to turn off your on plays, you could technically go to 9k, and your leader can be a 9k leader because you just play, if you play out 2 of the, oh, you can't. Sorry. My brain was dying. Maybe I should not make videos at 2 a.m. Who cares? Sorry, I'm really sorry. My brain was dying. But yeah, minus 3 cost or your 6 cost. You played this out for 6 against Blackbeard. You don't get the on play usually, can you? I don't think you can. I don't think any Blackbeard is gonna let you keep your own place at that point, but I feel like it's a really good card though, because you 5 cost like for 6, getting a 10k on the board is crazy strong. So I'm gonna say this card really good, especially for Shanks. Like this, yeah, I don't think outside Shanks or Uta you can play it in anything else. This kind of lets you go away from the 10-12 Shanks, or have some different variety of plays. Also on Tendon you can play this out even if you don't have it, you can play it out for 9 and keep 1 for Divine Departure. This Beckman card, I think it's horrible. It's trash. Let's be frank. You may trash 1 card from your hand if your leader has red-haired pirates type KO up to one of your opponent's characters base power 4000 or less. It's a generic card. I think it's horrible. I don't see a situation where you're gonna play a 4 cost 5k, trash a card, and then KO a card with like 4000 power or less. I don't know why they added this. Maybe if they had made it a 5k or less, it would have made sense. Like, you're trashing a card, right? You kind of get value, or you could like trash a card, draw a card, and then KO 4k or less. That would also make more sense than this. I don't think anyone's gonna play this card. This card's not it. Then we have the Monkey D. Luffy. Another. Oh wait, I just want to make sure something. These are not film ready. 4 Emperors and red-haired pirates, and this is all red-haired pirates too. This is film Supernova Straw Hat Crew. So activate main, you may rest one of your down cards, and this character give to one of your opponent's characters minus 1000 power during this turn. I'm gonna be very frank. I don't think this is good either. I don't know in what situation you're gonna play this out and actually use it, especially in Shanks, where you kind of have a fixed what's the word, play. Like, you have a fixed curve, right? Sorry, you have a fixed curve. I don't know where this will fit in. You'd rather play the stage like Red Force instead of this. I don't know why you're gonna, like, I don't see a reality where you play this out for any reason. Let me see. Red Force. Yeah, I'm thinking of the right side. Yeah, so I think Red Force is significantly better because they can't just KO it. Like, say you're playing against Lucci, Brooke's gonna take care of this in an instant. So most of the decks, like even like if against Red, Marco can KO it. Against Purple, they should have something. Even against Green Purple Luffy that barely has removal, they'll play out the Zoro, which will rest it, and then they'll just destroy this. And the only matchup I can think this is for is probably like the Sanji, like the Green Purple Luffy matchup right now. So, if there's any, just leave it in the any other like matchups where this would be helpful. Just leave it in the comments. I'm not thinking that well right now, but the main matchup that I can think about where this minus 1000 power is going to come in very handy is GP Luffy. But in GP Luffy, they'll play out one of the green Zoros, rest this, kill this, and now you're just down like one way to KO the Sanji and Pudding. And if you can't take out the Sanji and Pudding, you've lost that game. So I don't think this is really worth it. It's a meh card. Might be useful in some other deck, but surely not this one. And then we have Yasop. Activate main once per turn. Give up to one rested Dawn card to your leader or one of your characters. I'm gonna be very frank. I love these kind of cards. Like you had the Nami from the starter deck 1. I think there's a Koala, which is a promo. I don't know if there's any others. But yeah, now we have a Yasop, a red-haired pirates version, and I think it's really good. This is just its version of like the red-haired's version of those, and it's a really good card to have. Like that option to just use one of your rested Dawn. If you don't have a one Dawn play in certain scenarios, you might be able to use it, and even not for future decks and stuff. You could just having this card is really nice. Like the starter deck Nami I've been using it in ST-21 Luffy. I used it for Sanji, Red Sanji. I used it on Marco. So yeah, I think it's a really good card, and having a red-haired pirates version is really good. But that's honestly about it for the starter deck. Overall, I'm gonna be very frank. I haven't looked thoroughly into the rest, but I found this one the most underwhelming. Actually, Bonnie might take the win for the most underwhelming starter deck. But this one's fighting. Like the Shanks is a really nice card to see. 7, like making your leader 7k. This possibly being this card itself being like a 6 cost is insanely good. Like this card I think is the card that makes or breaks the starter deck. The rest of the card I don't think it's that big, which is nice, but this film type I'm not a big fan. But I think this card is what's the whole starter deck's more or less about. I don't know how it's gonna match up against most decks that don't run that big bodies. Like I don't think we'll look into Black Purple Luffy when I upload that video, but I don't think they run anything like that. Cause let me think. Is there let me check while I'm at it. And yeah, I do have another screen with the other cards, so I'm just kind of making sure. Is there a situation where this might be useful against like the Luffy's? Yeah, I don't think this against GP Luffy or Black Purple Luffy, this card doesn't come up at all, because I think the highest power card they're gonna play out is 7k, which is gonna be like either the new starter deck Luffy or the Rush Luffy. They might play out the the 9 cost Luffy, but that's usually gonna be for ending games. That's when it might come in handy. But if you're at like 0 life and you play this out, I don't think you're surviving the next turn, unless you're like sure that okay, I have enough counters and I know I'm gonna get a counter from life, and you'll somehow survive the big swings. But yeah, except for that, I think the starter deck wasn't. It's not that it's not the best one, but it's not bad. It's just I found it a bit underwhelming. I thought Shanks was gonna be kind of cracked. But yeah, thank you for watching this one. I'm gonna upload the rest. I think most of the videos are gonna go up together. So yeah, if you're interested in any of this other starter decks, they should be in the channel by now. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.